Finished my schooling, I went to study business leadership. The only thing I've known my whole life is business. So my first love is real estate. Stepping into big shoes is never easy. So what I did is, I can never be my mother. That's something I can never be. She's an amazing person, and I'm not saying this because I'm her daughter. I think there's so much we can learn from her. So I didn't try to be her. I tried to be authentic to myself and try to emulate and take the best practices that she would. I think that is something that I did. The second thing is that I'm definitely younger than most of the people that I do have as senior leadership in my team. But what I had to do in the beginning is work twice as hard and twice as long to know more. If you know more and you can value add to people, you earn their respect. You can't command respect, you need to earn it. And I learned that very early. I was brought up to be very confident. So I've never felt, it never bothered me. I just feel proud when somebody says your parents have done so well or your brother's doing so well. I just feel proud and I feel happy. And my parents have always taught me to stand on my own 2 feet. We've always had a budget as children. I've learned the value of money from my father. I've learned how to be confident from my mother. So nothing really makes me uncomfortable or nervous like that. I respect people, but I'm not afraid of anyone. I'm going to be candid here. So after I took over from my mother, for the first 6 months, we'd have long discussions, conversations, sort of borderline arguments. And then I asked her the question which she brought up. Are you talking here as my mother or my founder? And I'm happy to listen to advice from my founder, but not from my mother. And this is said with respect and love, but there can only be one captain to guide a ship. And when you need that advice, you need to go and ask, but you need to do it with humility and respect. You can't be arrogant, and you need to be very grateful for what they've given you. Companies went into complete cost saving mode. Rentals that were at 2 lakhs, companies wanted to slash it to 1. Families left. Now, there were split relocations where the working partner was here but the family was back home. It was complete chaos. And what was really bothering people at that time was that this complete lockdown gave them very limited access to basic things for them, which are things like groceries. The biggest problem that expats had was lack of groceries. And they can't drive, right? And you weren't allowed drivers coming in or Uber or any of that. So that was actually one of the main reasons that expats left. So COVID-19 has actually completely hit our industry, the relocation industry, because we are so dependent on FDI coming here and setting up. And foreigners have completely stopped coming to India from last March till about now. It's been extremely slow, 80% less. We have only 20% of the normal volume. But fortunately for us, because we diversified and expanded a couple years ago, what we are noticing is that the Indian clientele is way more involved and way more aggressive when it comes to real estate practices. So we are managing okay. One of the largest challenges that I did face was, like many of us, overcoming COVID. When this industry was so badly hit, it was very difficult to know what was the right step to do. What should I do? And should I furlough people, or should I try and change the way things were done? How long is it going to take? We still don't know. Business still hasn't improved in other cities. But what we did is, I trusted my gut, and my gut told me that you have a very loyal team. You have a team that's been with you for a very long time. Take care of them, and they'll take care of your customers. Yes, we did. We did do a couple of Zoom events, but what we noticed is that people were getting Zoom fatigue.
Yeah, you're right.
And instead what we did is we put a WhatsApp support group for every city that we have our offices and our clientele in. We had an expat WhatsApp support group where they had 24/7 access to a global adjustments representative along with a senior person's number to speak through anything they had. And they used our helpline a lot for support and meeting other like-minded people. And now we are back to hosting safe like this coffee mornings and lunches for our clients. Tamil Nadu is handling COVID-19 has been fantastic. The kind of movement we are seeing come in right now with FDI has been really, really good. It's positive, and I think things are going to get a lot better.
Wonderful.
I'd like to take a minute to share a small story with you about what happened 2 weeks ago. So on May 24th, we got the new government in. And for me and my business, the industries minister is extremely important. I sent him a message. I got his number and sent him a message introducing myself. Good morning, sir. I'm Rohini Mnian. I run this company that helps with FDI. Please may I meet you? I'm not kidding you. Within 45 minutes, I get a reply. Good morning, madam. Can we meet day after at 9:30 a.m. in my office? So I replied saying, thank you, sir. Then again, I didn't know where his office was. So I sent him a message, where is it, sir? He tells me the address. I show up 9:25. Comes in at 9:35 and he tells me, sorry madam, I'm 5 minutes late for this meeting. I got stuck at the secretariat. So this is the change we are seeing today in Tamil Nadu as a state. And this is the way that FDI is going to come in. So honestly, I think we are in a golden decade and we should make the most of it. One of them is a product. I've just made the investment today, called Bumberry. It's a reusable diaper product, and as a new mother, I know how important that is and I see a lot of scope for growth. I look at businesses that are scalable and have the tech angle to them, because I think that can do. And more than the idea, I look at the founder and his execution capability. Even a half-baked idea, if there is strong execution and a founder I believe in, I invest in that. Try to get advice from people around you, or try to get inputs. You need an auditor. Finance is very important. A lot of startups I work with have no idea what a P&L is. They want fundraising, but they put crazy valuations that make no sense. So arrive at a business plan and try like hell to stick to it. It should never be marriage, love, or your career. I think for a woman, and for me especially, what's made me so strong is having a very strong career and being financially independent. You don't need to be dependent on anybody, a parent, a spouse, a partner, anybody. Stand up on your own 2 feet. And it's completely possible to do both. I went back into the workforce when my daughter was 9 days old. I stopped working a day before she was born. So there's no need to do either or. And have those open conversations with your parents. Parents think the best for you. They want you to be happy. So tell them how you feel, and you'll be surprised that when you stand up for yourself, people will respect you so much more and you'll gain so much more. You'll get your way in the end. But do it with respect and do it calmly. Don't go and fight. It never works well. I'm very interested in fitness. So my way to blow off steam is to either run or do some kickboxing or cycling. And I have a very good set of friends who I like to go out with on the weekend. So I'm also the work hard, party hard, exercise hard kind of person.
Wonderful.
And my daughter. So work-life balance is very, very important. So for me, my order of priority is my family and work family are the same for me. So work and family first any day. But I make it a point to stay in touch with, I have a handful of very close friends, and I make it a point to see them once a week. Every Saturday night I try to see my friends. So that's how I get the work-life balance in, and it helps me blow off a lot of steam and be balanced. My husband has been a great source of support for me. And if I didn't have his support, I don't think that I could have gotten anywhere in my career where I have today. I would have either been successful on my career and not had a happy family life, or I would have been a homemaker. And my child is actually unwell today. She's been unwell since yesterday. And my husband said, no, you have a commitment. I was at work all day. I'm here today, and he's helping with the child. So that's a great, something that I really need to acknowledge. Not many people do that. My father did it for my mother and my husband for me. Definitely, I think children are influenced by their parents. You hear this very often. My mother keeps saying it. Don't worry that your children don't listen to you. Worry that they watch you. And I've had fantastic role models. My father's run such a successful business and sold it to a large French conglomerate. And like I said, he's my role model. I can't see anything else I'd want to do other than business. And it is my passion. Real estate is my passion, not any business. I know that it is my passion, so I'm very happy doing it. Even if I could have all the money in the world and say, follow your passion, I would not do anything else. I would do what I'm doing today. And I definitely have a platform. I'm very privileged. I'm very privileged to be my parents' daughter. I'm very privileged to be here today and have a platform to start off on. But I would disagree with you that it's easy for a woman entrepreneur. In our country, whoever the woman entrepreneur is, and Kalpana will agree, especially in real estate, it's still very hard. People treat you differently because you're a woman. They automatically look to the man in the room thinking he's the decision maker. So you have to stand up for yourself and you have to speak with conviction and confidence to get your way. But that being said, I definitely have it easier than first generation women entrepreneurs. And challenges they'll face is, it is hard to make door openings. It is hard to get debt or loans or capital or equity, but don't give up. Keep trying, and other women entrepreneurs like me have your back. So reach out to me. Any of you who want to do anything in business, reach out to me on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and I'm here to help you.